these are the M8 Armoured Cars and the M3 Halftracks. The M8 Armoured Car is this little open-topped thing. They are a light vehicle. You see them in the game. If you ever play the game Company of Heroes, I don't know if it's Company of Heroes 2, these things are pretty good. They're fast and they deal with infantry quite well, and they get to places, kind of handily. I'm not entirely sure what they're good for in bolt action, but in a US platoon, you have, well, in all platoons, you have an armoured car slot, and so the armoured car slot in the US tends to be either the M8 or the, I don't know if it's called a M10 or something, but you can have this or you can have it without a turret, basically. And I thought, well, if I've got the transport there, the M3, that carries troops and has machine guns everywhere, then I want the little armoured car to be a little armoured car rather than basically another transport. The armoured car for the British is the little Daimler Dingo, or the AEC II, the big heavy thing that's kind of like, it's about the size of a Stuart. It's actually got more firepower than a Stuart. I think it's got a 57mm cannon, or maybe, either way, I'm not entirely sure. It's a beefy thing anyway. So these, on the other hand, they've got a 50 caliber machine gun and 3 30 caliber machine guns in the little mounts. They've got a 37mm main gun and a 30 caliber coaxial gun with a 50 caliber in the skate mount. So that's got a 360-degree arc of fire. So yeah, they're pretty purposeful. One day I will play a game of bolt action. Really looking forward to it. I want to do Italians and basically area Italians and early Soviets, and then I think I might be done collecting bolt action, because I've got no desire to collect Japanese or German troops. These were painted in, I don't know if you can see that, Castellan green for the base, then Steel Legion drab for the stripes, with Abaddon black and Lead Belcher for the weaponry, Bestial brown for the crew skin on the drivers, and the technical paints for the mud, plus just this black wash. I'd like to say that it's Null Oil, but I ran out of that, so it's a black wash that I made the old-fashioned style with just paint and water, and then it's all sealed with a varnish, because that kind of wash comes off when you handle the models if you don't seal it with varnish. So there's the dry brushing of the silver on the armour plates of the vehicle and on the weapons, and where it's been worn. This is not the world's best. I did some, like mud inside. This is not the world's best paint job by any means, but it's kind of tabletop standard, and that's fine. I know that I said that I wanted to do a really good job on the infantry for these platoons, and I still intend to do that. But the thought occurred to me, if the paint standard and the colour scheme of these vehicles doesn't match the extant M5 Stuarts and M4 Shermans, then there would be an incongruity there. So I did these the same as the pre-existing vehicles, because then they would all sort of blend in. So I don't know when the next video is going to be. I haven't been well. It's not a coronavirus thing, it's just in general I haven't been well lately. So my everything's just kind of slowed down. So yeah, the next video will be at some point. So that was it.